You have to have the passion and the love of music. For all the colleagues who are working here, it's all about music. It's a very difficult job, and it's just not for everybody. So you can only do this job if you're in love with this world and with music. For me, it was a natural progression from being in a band and then going to study sound engineering, in France and then in London at university, finding a small job in a small jazz club and starting my career like this, cleaning the stage, putting cables away, mixing a jam session, and then slowly. So that's how I became who I am. Hard work and passion. And luck, I guess. I love playing in large spaces. I just love the space. I love the sound. You can create a really big sound. I love the vibe. Actually, as much as playing in a small club sometimes could be magical because you have the intimacy. The artist is very close, and I love all situations. But I would prefer big and larger festivals or arenas. There's a larger audience, so the vibe is, it's just a better vibe. More fun, more exciting, big PA. So it's a bit more exciting. It was a communal decision with the production. I think Capitol Audio from London has been working with AHA since the beginning, so it was logical to keep the same team, which always did a great job. So we kept the consistency, and I'm extremely happy with Capitol, with Toby, with the PA. Nothing to say. It's just been going great. Just compliments about the sound. So that's how we ended up using the MLA. Well, you know what? Even Avid told me, "Are you sure you want to take the Avid?" Even Avid told me this, and I said, "Yeah, of course, I'm sure." So as I told you, I took the challenge. This is my own desk, which I bought from Kai, actually in Berlin, Germany. And I'm extremely happy with the service I received, by the way. Important to mention, they've been supporting me and always supporting me 24/7 if I need something across the world. I had basically time to load my show from which was programmed on a profile for an afternoon in Capitol Audio in London and a multi-track. So I played with the desk with a multi-track and my show file, readjusted a few plugins. And I was very happy, after a few hours I was very happy with the desk. It was comfortable, and the desk traveled from London to Siberia, so like 8 or 9 days for the first show. And I tried the first show with the desk like this, we had 1 day rehearsal before with the band in Siberia, and the next day was the show. No problem, very happy from the beginning. I like challenges, no problem. I was very excited, and it worked out, no problem. I know everybody was a bit nervous, and I think I was the least nervous of all, and I have a very good trust in Avid product, and it worked out just fine, perfect, even better than I planned. No comparison, it's a different beast. I love the profile, but this is really a step, it's a different desk. For example, the virtual soundcheck, just like the S3, can be switched within 1 second. Stage box to profile, stage box to, it's instant. The connection between the desk and the computer for virtual soundcheck is just one cable. It's a network cable instead of having to buy a MIDI card, a MIDI face. It's quite expensive. And then the workflow. The quality of the desk, the workflow, it's superb. It's easy and fast, which is the way I like to work. For me, it beats any desk on the market right now in terms of quality of sound and ease of use. So that would be the main reason. And the desk is solid as well. This desk travel for 8 or 9 days between London and the middle of Siberia for the first show. Not a single problem. It was in a truck, not in a plane, in a truck. No problem. The monitor desk has to be wiggled a little bit. There was some problem. He didn't like the transport very much, but this is like a tank. It's really well built, and that was a great test actually. I'm working in 3 different layers. My first layers, those first 2 banks here are dedicated to the drums and the bass. So I have the drums and the bass in here, on this first layer. In here, I have things which are a little less important. One acoustic guitar, 1 vocal, which are used only on 1 track. On the second layer, I have here all the playback, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, keyboards, vocals, and 2 keyboards here. So it's a bit mixed up, but I'm used to it like that. That's how I've done it. Third layer is nothing is being used, but this is the audience, some triggers for the toms, and here are all the communication. So musical director, oscillator, technicians, monitor guys. So this is my communication where we can speak and communicate with each other. And the effect return on the last layer here. On this bank, and that's it. Very simple. There is a way of using, as you know, on the S3 or the S6, you have the layout where you can assign every input or output, and which can be recallable, for each snapshot, which is really handy. I don't use it at the moment, but I can see, it is a very powerful feature. So that's a way I've set up the console. I use a few plugins. Not that many, because the onboard compressor, onboard EQ are really high quality. It's enough for me. They sound really good. I don't think a plugin can make it any better. One of my favorites will be the Revibe, so which I use on drums and vocals or instruments. So I love that plugins. Also, this is a multiband. What is that called? Pro multiband compressor from Avid. It's a 4-band compressor, which I use on Morten's vocal and on the bass and on the electric guitar. So I can really control the frequencies, on the vocal. I also have a little bit of saturation or distortion on the vocal, just a touch. So I use a real tape saturation. I have some EQ, so about 4 dB at 10K on Morten's vocal, which is brighten the vocal, which I like very much. Although there's not a big difference between the EQ and the plugins, the EQ on the S6 being so good. I have this, which I really like, and this is a subharmonic generator on the kick, so it helps you having a little bit more low and subs. That's really cool. What else do I use? I think that's it, and that's about it really, all the same. That's about it, all plugins. And the delay on Morten's vocal. Stereo delay, so I do sometimes some ping pong or in mono depending on the songs. So that's all the plugins. I have taken no, I shouldn't speak too loud, I have taken no consideration whatsoever of the original sound. I've just done my own thing. So I mix it more rock and roll, more aggressive, more drums, more guitar, but and I think it works very well. I mean, the management and the band is said, they've never, it's the best it's been so far. That's the comment they said. So it's a lot more rock and roll, but so nothing like the album, if you prefer. And for me, I don't think, producing the exact mix of the album live, I don't think it's a mistake, but that's not what I would want to do. You don't want to go and see, otherwise you just may as well put a CD on. But something with a bit more character, I'd say. More aggressive, more character, more original, more fun, different. You can still hear and recognize the song, maybe some of the same effect, but trying to reproduce the exact mix, I think is ridiculous, because a CD has a very small dynamic. In live, you can use a huge range of dynamic for the drums, and I think it's a shame not to take advantage of this. You can make the drum pump, loud, and just play with the dynamics. I think that's the beauty of live sound. And you cannot do this in radio, you cannot do this on CDs, or not as much. So that's my my idea. So far it's worked. Yes, I am, of course, a big help. Yes, every day I come and check the songs. I check the PA with a track and also with a mix. Now we don't do any sound check anymore. So we do a line check, and then we do Morten come and check his microphone, and that's it. There's no sound check. So this helps me a lot. Actually, it was a huge help when we started the tour in September. October, we were in Brazil, and we had a huge show for Rock in Rio in front of 100,000 people. And that was our second show, and we had no sound check. The virtual sound check helped me a lot. I had 1 hour with a PA, and it was a huge help, just simply because it was at the beginning of the tour. So I was a little nervous, but having the virtual sound check, I was using a profile at the time, the S6 was not out. But with the virtual sound check, it saved me, and we did an amazing show. We had great show. So virtual sound check is a very powerful feature. In Brazil, state of the art. When we did the tour in Brazil, we had a JBL Vertec, and all the service provided were by Gabison, which is one of the largest PA company in the world, actually. With the equipment they have, they do huge shows there. It's a big country and big world, so they are used to do big capacities, very well equipped, great quality of. So no, I can't agree. It was great. Russia was fantastic. We toured with a K1, and the service provided also by the PA company were exceptional, as good or if not better than in Europe. It's not such an adventure. The colleagues all around the world are very knowledgeable and very good everywhere. Maybe it wasn't true 10 or 20 years ago, but right now I can tell you it's not the case. It's not an adventure. It's easy. It's a pleasure. People are very good all over the world. There's not a lot of difference. I can't give you a country where it's been really bad. Yeah, it's a reverb which I use on Morten, as well as a revive. It's the first time actually since 2006 that I have an external effect, but this is so good, and I wanted to try it, and it just gives me a different dimension on the mix and on the vocal. You can achieve a very good result with a revive too, but I just wanted to have something extra for this show. He has such a beautiful voice, and that's a big help, really huge help. Just make the voice even bigger and more spacious in the mix. So it's a good toy.